Speaking about this integration, and it's good that you established that, your men are scattered all across sectors in Nigeria. Very recently, President Tinubu has ordered the withdrawal of policemen from, high-profile individuals. And this will ordinarily or naturally shift attention towards the private security outfits. Now, how much of an impact do you think this pivot will have on, Nigeria's broader security architecture in terms of capacity and also coordination?
The regulatory framework is germane to your question, because we are still operating under an outdated law, the PGC Act of 1986, which does not align with current security challenges we are facing as a nation. So for the PGCs, when we have the right tools, the right equipment, I believe strongly that would typically make a very big impact in the internal security management of the country.
So you're saying that, the PGC only deals with intelligence, not necessarily in the crux of, security matters?
I mentioned earlier that we protect over 85% of our critical national infrastructure. Even the GENCOs, the DISCOs, the telecommunication companies, in the oil and gas sector, we are active already in those areas. But we don't have the right tools to confront the current challenges we are facing as a nation.
Okay. Okay, continue.
I'm being a little bit conservative with but we are not equipped to do the work.
Now, when you say we are not equipped,
yes,
these are private security entities.
Yes.
In other words, they are businesses of individuals. So you're expecting that the system, the government will provide equipment, or you're saying that the enabling laws does not permit certain capacity of equipment. So let's understand when you say we do not have.
Yes. You cannot operate outside the laws that govern your business. For instance, as of today in Nigeria, we cannot fight insurgency, we cannot help with certain critical information just with whistle. That is what the law permits the private guards to.
Whistle.
Just whistle. And we have well-rounded personnel in this sector. And if you check in the last couple of years, almost virtually every retired military personnel who retired either prematurely or whatever, they are all in the private security space. Most of them are also working with us. So much wisdom, so much intelligence, so much experience. But they cannot go outside the law to carry out their functions or duties or responsibilities.
No. Quite interesting revelation there. And I would like to ask, I believe one fear of government is this private outfits degenerating into, political instruments or parallel armed groups, like we have the militias now in the country. How would you say, or what outfits or what structures do you believe that government can put in place to, forestall this kind of problem emanating in the sense before it gives, access to quality arms like beyond the whistle that you mentioned?
Okay, let me point out something here. We have the forest guards. Are they not private citizens? They bear arms. We have the vigilantes. Are they not private citizens? Because they are in the security, they bear arms. We have the Motekos. Are they not private citizens? They also bear arms.
So it is the government recognition you don't have now? Because those ones have government recognition backing.
Yes, they have the backing to also bear arms to do their job. And mind you, the private gas companies is not just about man guarding. A lot of our members are into electronic or technology, drones, and every other aspect. There are a lot of sub-specializations in the private security space. That's why I say we are virtually everywhere. If our capacity is optimized by the state, it will go a very long way in bringing down this level of insecurity we find in our country.
You know, security also has a lot to do with intelligence gathering and all of that. Now, don't you think one other fear of government will be intelligence leaks, peradventure that the government now integrates the private guards into its security architecture? Won't we have cases of more intelligence, because we already have it now? Won't we have this case increase if we leave our intelligence in the hands of private persons?
Because of the nature of our business, which has to do with security, which is also an essential service, already we are not operating in isolation. We are under the Ministry of Interior, being supervised and monitored by Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Before you set up a private security company, the owners will be vetted by the Department of State Security Service. So it's not a question of an industry that is operating in isolation. Government cannot leave the work of security and say, oh, because they are no. All we are saying, set the parameters, give the enabling laws to also bring out the best in this group of persons who are providing essential services to help maintain the internal security of the country.
All right, we'll still come back to these issues, but that'll be right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll still have more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.